Hello my dandelions and dapplings. So, I'm doing great. So a little while ago I did a Q&A video, which the response was overwhelming. I didn't expect so many people to enjoy it. Today I thought, if y'all want to get to know me, honestly, we'll do the, is it Myers-Briggs test? Myers-Briggs test? I'm gonna say Myers-Briggs test and we're gonna lock in on that answer. Find out what personality type I am. And it means that you get to see me being brutally honest. And I believe that some of the responses might shock people. So here we go. Fast and easy, takes less than 12 minutes. Be yourself, answer honestly, even if you don't like the answer. And here we go. Question 1. You enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people. When it's a forced situation, then it is my worst nightmare. I love conventions, but apart from that, God, the thought of nightclubs and whatnot scares the bejeebies out of me. You often spend time exploring unrealistic yet intriguing ideas. Strong agree with that because some of the ideas I have are just insane. Your travel plans are more likely to look like a rough list of ideas than a detailed itinerary. That is completely untrue. You often think about what you should have said in a conversation long after it's taken place. God, I am a chronic overthinker. If overthinking burnt calories, I'd be dead, son. If your friend is sad about something, your first instinct is to support them emotionally, not try and solve their problem. You see, because that's tough, because when people are upset, I try and distract them with silliness, but I'm also a bit of a Rafiki, and I'm like, so what are you going to do? Come on, Gab, and figure it out. You've got you can figure this out. So I'm gonna say just weak disagree to that. People can rarely upset you. Disagree with that one. I am a sensitive man. You often rely on other people to be the ones to start conversation and keep it going. Disagree. I have a fear of awkward silences. If you have to temporarily put your plans on hold, you make sure it's your top priority when you get back on track as soon as possible. I agree with that. I dislike it if I get derailed from my plans. You rarely worry that you made a good impression on someone you meet. Strong disagree. I care possibly too much what other people think of me. Yeah, I care a lot about how others perceive me, which is awful, but my mum always goes this philosophy if you can only make a first impression once. And I'm not saying in this sort of like, show off how good you are, but just show that you're a decent person to people. It would be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend by yourself without feeling bored. Strong disagree. You're more of a detail-orientated than a big picture person. Oh, what a question. Ooh. Agree. You are a very affectionate person with people you care about. To anyone watching who knows me personally, they'll be able to tell you how tactile I am as a person. For I am a horribly tactile, huggy, physical person, and strong agree. I love hugging, I love kissing, I love touching, I love being affectionate in any way I can. You have a careful and methodical approach to life. While I think chaos would very much be my superpower, and I am a chaotic person, I very Jekyll and Hyde on it. I go between chaotic to, no, everything must be followed to the T. I run my household precisely on schedule. You are still bothered by the mistakes you made long ago. Strong agree with that one. Every damn day and every night when my brain's like, hey, do you remember this time? And it's like, frick's sake, yeah. At parties and similar events, you can be mostly found farther away from the action. It's a party that I've wanted to go to, like Katsicon. No, I want to be in the heart of it. I like being in the quagmire of chaos. You often find it difficult to relate to people who let their emotions guide. Disagree. Always let emotions be your guide. That's not the line. But while I am a Ravenclaw, I thoroughly believe that your heart knows far better than your head. When you're looking for a movie to watch, you can spend ages browsing the catalogue. Yeah, I agree with that. It takes a good movie to capture my whole attention. You stay calm under a lot of pressure. Yes, I agree with that. I can. You wouldn't think I would. Inside, I'm screaming. When you're asleep, your dreams tend to be bizarre and fantastical. Okay, Jesus Christ, take the wheel. How can I agree any more strongly? Whenever people tell me about their dreams, I'm like, wow, what it must be like to have a narrative or a clear sense of what is going on, because my dreams are like Dali paintings, and that is the only way I can describe it. It is this chaotic alien landscape, and a lot of the time I just want to escape from it. There is nothing thematic about my dreams. It's just clumps of chaos gathering together for this elaborate tea party in my head. In your opinion, it is sometimes okay to step on others to get ahead in life. Disagree, strongly, absolutely disagree. Bad, you shouldn't, bad beans, shouldn't do that. You are dedicated and focused on your goals and only really getting sidetracked. Disagree. I flip-flap back, I flip-flap, kids. I flip-flap back and forth between things. I'm like really determined. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then something else comes. I'm that meme. Oh my god. Hey, life goal, I'm on track. And he looks back and sees a different project. I was like, ooh, yeah, that one looks better. That is me and my life goals and getting sidetracked. If you make a mistake, you tend to start doubting yourself, your abilities, and your knowledge. Agree. Self-doubt is a terrible curse, which I think a lot of us live with, and I definitely do. I can't stand being called stupid, and I can't stand being factually incorrect, because I'm a horribly competitive person as well. When you're at a social event, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. It has to be said, the time that I sort of did come out my shell was the first CatsCon I ever went to, and I met some people that I would never want to lose from my life. They were the best bunch of beans I have ever encountered, and I'm so grateful to them for all the happiness that they gave me and continue to give me. You usually lose interest in discussion when it gets philosophical. Strongly disagree. I cannot stand shallow conversation. All I ever want to do is talk poetically and philosophically. That's why Dead Poets Society is one of my favourite films of all time. If someone is truly willing to get entangled in a philosophical conversation with me, oh, you have my entire heart. Deep conversation, now that tickles my pickle. You would never let yourself cry in front of others. Strongly disagree. Happiness moves me to tears. I'm a leaky boy, and I leak from my eyeballs to demonstrate my emotions physically to other human beings. You feel more drawn to places with a bustling and busy atmosphere than you do with quiet and intimate ones. I like quiet, intimate places. New York scared the shit out of me. I probably will never want to go to New York again. It was like London, but cranked up to 100. You like discussing different views and theories on what the world could look like in the future. Agree. When it comes to making life-changing choices, you mostly listen to your heart rather than your head. Agree. For a Ravenclaw, that's awful, but agree. You cannot imagine yourself dedicating your life to the study of something that you cannot see, touch, or experience. No, because I believe that so much is up here. Like, poetry is all up here. Literature is all up here, you know. You experience it on a deeper level. So yeah, no, disagree. You usually prefer to get your revenge rather than forgive. No, disagree. God, I don't believe in revenge at all. You often make decisions on a whim. Agree. In all truth, some of my best decisions I've ever made have come from being impulsive. So I'd always say let the heart win. Be impulsive. Be wild. The time you spend by yourself often ends up being more interesting and satisfying than the time you spend with other people. Disagree. Years ago, I would have agreed with that statement, but now I've learned that personally, to me, happiness is real when shared. You always know exactly what you want. Disagree. You rarely think back on the choices that you have made and wonder what you could have done differently. Disagree. No, it comes with overthinking territory. I'm always looking back thinking, what could I have done? Past Jack, you done fooked up, you fook face. When in a public place, you usually stick to the quieter and less crowded areas. Although if there's some hullabaloo going on in a town, I am drawn to it like a motto of flame, like, what's going on here? You tend to focus on present realities rather than future possibilities. Ooh, Yes, I always try and live for the present rather than for the future, because as my mum always says, tomorrow is promised to no man. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. I like to think I'm a reasonably empathetic person, but I know I'm not as empathetic as other people. And I think it's when I want to try and support people as best I can, I won't be so arrogant to think that I can understand them and what they're going through, because I can't. Everyone's an individual. When starting to work on a project, you prefer to make as many decisions up front as possible. Yes. When you know someone thinks highly of you, you'll also wonder how long it will be until they become disappointed in you. Nothing scares me more than the people I love becoming disappointed in me. And I hate disappointing people, detest it. And I do it often, which I hate about myself. Huzzah! You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Yes, agree. You often drift away into daydreaming about various scenarios or ideas. Strong agree. You look after yourself first and others come second. Agree, absolutely. I believe if you can't take care of yourself, then you can't take care of others. Even when you have planned a particular daily routine, you usually just end up doing what you feel like at any given moment. Agree. For all my planning, I can change on a dime. Your mood can change very quickly. Agree. You often contemplate the reasons for human existing and the meaning of life. Agree, absolutely. You often talk about your own feelings and emotion. Agree. Too much, perhaps. You have got a detailed education or career development plan stretching over several years into the future. Strong disagree. Nope. You rarely dwell on your regrets. Disagree with that, moof. Spending time in a dynamic atmosphere with lots of people around you quickly makes you feel drained and need to get away. No, disagree. You see yourself as more of a realist and a visionary. No, disagree, I'm a daydreamer. You find it easy to empathize with the person who's gone through something you never have. No, disagree. Even if it is something I have been through, I don't think you really can because everyone is different, individuals and all that jazz. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than to organized, consistent efforts. That's the first neutral because I flip-flap between the two. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Agree. My emotions are firmly at the helm of my head. After a long and exhausting week, a fun party is just what you need. Strong disagree. You frequently find yourself wondering how technology advancement could change everyday life. I love it. I think technology is great, but I don't give two twaddles about future technology. I'm far more of a Captain America than a Tony Stark. You always consider how your actions might affect others before doing something. Strong agree. You still honor the commitments you have made even if you have a change of heart. Disagree. There are times when I just have to text or call and say, can't do it, not today. Whether that be I don't have the energy or I'm not in the right place in my head. Like that happens a lot, that I've had to cancel on commitments because my head won't allow me to do it, and that's a challenge. You rarely feel insecure. Strong disagree. Every damn day of my life, son. So I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna change that to just a weak disagree because, or middle disagree because I'm getting there. I'm so much better than I used to be. Get results, here we go. Campaigner. What? Apparently I'm an extrovert, okay. It doesn't interest me what you do for a living. I want to know what you ache for. And if you dare to dream of meeting your heart's longing, it doesn't interest me how old you are. I want to know if you will risk looking like a fool for love, for your dreams, for the adventure of being alive. Oh shit. You can change the world with just an idea. Campaigners are fiercely independent and much more than stability and security, they crave creativity and freedom. Yes. Don't lose that little spark of madness. Absolutely, my God, absolutely. Free spirit on the dance floor. Campaigners you might know. Robert Downey Jr. I'm far more of a Captain America than a Tony Stark. Robin Williams, amazing. Quentin Tarantino. Russell Brand, Will Smith, Spider-Man, Willy Wonka. Yes! Curious, you're observant, you're energetic and enthusiastic, you're an excellent communicator, you know how to relax. Poor practical skills, find it difficult to focus, overthink things, get stressed easily, highly emotional, independent to a fault. Campaigners have an advantage of irresistible charm when it comes to attracting a partner. Make life spectacular. Parenthood, let's skip this one. So yeah, I think that's good. Campaigner, I'll go with that. That was, that's exciting. I wasn't expecting an extrovert personality, but here we are. I suppose that really shows and demonstrates how much I've changed over the years, because I did that years ago and I got an I something or other, an introverted one. If you haven't done this test, I highly recommend you do. It's great fun and quite terrifying. If you've done this test, please put below what you are as a personality type. I think the most important take from this is the fact that people change. We can naturally change as people, you know, we're not one personality type for our whole lives. Depending on our environment and influence of others and how we develop naturally and through nurture, then we can change as people. It's almost like we're not 2D characters, it's almost like we're fully formed, fleshed out human beings. Stay authentic, stay well-rounded, and don't be afraid of change. Perfect, yes. And of course, Wait for it. Stay magical. I love saying that. That brings me a huge amount of joy to say. So stay magical. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.